All right, we are live. I see quite a few people from YouTube are already here. We've got the normal people here. We've got Evelyn, Rhea, Guerma, Sophie, Jane, Radwa, and Sapito. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you for being here early. And also for anyone who is new here, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm Teacher Mike, and I create content to help adults who are learning English as a second or additional language. Um, I say additional language because for some of you, this is not your second language. For some of you, this is your third, fourth, or fifth language. So sometimes we say English as a second language. Sometimes we say English as an additional language. They really mean the same thing. Additional just shows that we know that it might not actually be the second language. But anyways, yeah, I create content to help adults who are learning English. I do live lessons at this time every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays. I think that's 10 p.m. UTC. And I also have a new video every Sunday, but that video is not a live video. That is a recorded lesson, which is usually about 3 to 10 minutes long. But anyway, welcome everyone. So I was not here last week because I was sick, but usually we are here doing this live lesson every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Taking a moment to see some of the comments. Sophie, thank you very much. Jane, good morning. Radwa, hello. Sapito, hello. Evelyn, hello. Ava, glad to see you here. Irena, you as well. Barbara, hello. Masood, hello, hello. Naramelio, hello, good morning, sir. Good morning to you too. Karimi, hello. And yes, so first of all, I'm sorry my face is really bright. You can see that my background is different today because I've been moving a lot of furniture and I haven't set everything up 100% yet. So I still don't have the correct lighting in this room and the correct background. So it is quite bright. Sorry about that. But yeah, often for these live lessons, we have a topic. Today, we do not have a topic. Today, I'm just going to let you all ask me some questions. These can be questions about English. They can also be questions about learning English. So if you have questions about what you should be doing, how to do something, so not just questions about language, but also questions about learning language. Again, right now it's about 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We will probably do this for about 30 or 40 minutes. Now let's go see if we have any questions. So I see one question from Evgeny Baev, but I don't actually understand what you are asking. I'm sorry. I see Gloria Zuniga has asked, how can I introduce myself in a job interview? So that's not a really simple question that I can answer quickly. At least I can't give you a detailed answer. But what I can tell you is that you basically just want to tell them why you are in that room with them. Or if it's a virtual job interview using Zoom or Skype or something, then same thing. Why are you there on that call? Hi, I'm Mike. I have done this and this and this. This is why I am here today. This is how I think I can help your company. That's basically it. I will try to make a better video about that in the future, but there's not one standard answer. And it's not about your grammar or the words that you use. It's really not a language question. All you have to do is think about, what should I tell them? What do they need to know about me? I see Leonard has asked, is it by accident or on accident? So off the top of my head, which means just thinking right now, I can't tell you if there really is a difference between them. I'm not sure, but they are both correct. We use both of them. We use by accident and we use on accident. I'm not 100% sure what the difference is, but we can check. Give me one moment. Okay. So according to what I see right now is that by accident is correct. On accident is very common. It's commonly used by native English speakers, but it is considered less correct. So I guess it should be by accident, but many people do say on accident. And if you say on accident, no one is going to think anything. It's going to sound normal. Because again, even I thought that both of them were correct. Marlene says, my hair looks nice. Yes, I got a haircut. Thank you very much, Marlene. I actually wanted to cut it a little bit shorter, but my barber said that he wouldn't do it. He said it wasn't going to look good. He didn't want to cut it shorter than this. I see this question. Why is it important to learn English? I can't tell you that. Maybe it's not important. For some people, English is not important at all. Um, this isn't a question that you should ask your teacher. This is a question that you should ask yourself. Do you need English for anything? Because if you need English for something, then yes, it's important. But if you ask yourself, what do I need English for? And you can't find any reasons, then it's probably not important. And I'm not going to tell you that it is important because it might not be. Mo, hello. Thank you for joining, Mo. I see your comment. Subi, what techniques do you suggest for paragraph writing? Honestly, that's not something that I teach. I'm not like an academic writing teacher for high school students or university students. That's not what I have ever done. All of my experience has been teaching adults to use English to communicate, not writing papers or writing essays. So I'm not the best person to ask about that. I'm sorry. Okay. LeBron James is now a woman. Um, I want you to believe me, or I want you to believe in me. What is the right answer? So there is not a right or wrong answer. Both of those are correct, but they mean different things. I want you to believe me means I said something to you and I want you to believe it. I want you to think that it is true. I don't want you to think that I am lying to you. I want you to believe me. I want you to trust me. But I want you to believe in me. To believe in someone or to believe in something means to believe that you think it basically means to think that they are real or to think that they can do something. For example, um, many children believe in Santa Claus. That means that they think that Santa Claus is real. Do you believe in aliens? That means, do you think that aliens exist? So, believe means you don't think that someone is lying. You think that what they are saying is true. It's about listening to someone. But believe in is about, okay, yes, I think that that is a real thing. I think that that exists in the world. Um, but that's one way to use it. The other way, again, is to think that someone can do something. For example, I know that all of you can achieve your English goals if you try. I believe in you. I believe in you means I know that you can do it. I believe that you can be successful. I know that that is true. I believe in you. So yeah, there's believe and believe in. They mean different things. How can I speak like people from the USA? So you listen to them every day and you repeat the things that they say. If it's just the language, the words and the phrases and the expressions, you just listen, you write down the things that they say, and you practice saying them. If you want to imitate someone's accent, same thing. Listen to that person every day and repeat the things that they say exactly the way that they say it. You won't be able to do it perfectly at first, but you just keep doing it every day. And every day you will sound a little bit more like them. How can I integrate artificial intelligence in my English learning? So, how can you use AI to improve your English? The simple answer is that you just you ask AI this question. Don't ask this question to me. Ask AI this question. Go on to ChatGPT and ask, how can I use you to improve my English? And it will tell you. And that's just an example. But what I want you to understand is that AI is a great tool for answering questions and solving problems. So if you want to know, how can I improve my vocabulary? You can ask me, or you can just ask AI. How can I improve my vocabulary? And it will give you lots of different ways that you can improve your vocabulary. Or, like I just did, I just asked ChatGPT, is it on accident or by accident? And it explained it to me. So yeah, great tool if you have questions. Just any questions that you have, ask AI. It's not always 100% correct, but again, neither am I. I make mistakes too. I saw you last night, or I did see you last night. So I have a video about this on YouTube and on Facebook. I think it's called "Do and Did" for emphasis. So you can search for that. Here, I'll find it right now, and I will share it in the comments. Give me one moment, please. Still a little bit congested from being sick last week. Okay, I've found the video. I'm going to share it in the comments right now for anyone who is interested. Please don't watch it right now because I'm going to continue speaking right now. But you can save that link and watch it when you are done with this video. So yeah, right now that is in the comments. If you would like to watch it, I have just shared a video about this. Um, but basically, both of them are correct, but we use them in different situations. Um, the normal thing to say 99% of the time is, I saw you last night. That's how we make past tense. You would only say, I did see you last night if you are arguing with someone or someone doesn't believe you or you really need to show them this is true. The opposite is not true. um for example, maybe someone says, you didn't see me last night, and you might be like, yeah, I did. I saw you. You could say that, or you could say, I did see you last night. I did see you. It focuses on the fact that they think that the opposite is true, but the opposite is not true. This thing really did happen. But again, I give a better explanation in the video that I have shared below in the comments. Why is speaking more difficult than reading and even writing? It's not. It's more difficult for you because you do it less than you do those other things. Um, if speaking is more difficult than reading, that usually just means that you spend more time reading and you don't spend as much time speaking. Um, for some people, speaking is really easy and reading is difficult. So this isn't a fact. This is just your experience. The things that you don't spend time doing are difficult. The things that you spend a lot of time doing are easier. I see some questions that are good questions, but they're either just not things that I want to talk about right now, or they are things that I can't answer quickly without checking to make sure that I have the correct information. Cynthia Carrasco says, I would like to say that I just finished reading your ebooks and they are amazing. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, and now I have to put your tips into practice every day. Then if some and the message disappeared. But Cynthia, thank you. Thank you for buying my ebooks, and I'm glad that you think that they are amazing. And I'm glad that it seems like you really understand that reading the books is not enough. You can't just read the books. You actually need to do the things that I talk about in the books, and you need to do them every day. It looks like you understand that. Very good. And again, thank you very much for buying my ebooks. And because we're talking about my ebooks, let me send you the link for my ebooks for anyone who does not yet have them. One moment, please. So many of you already have my ebooks, but I also know that 99% of you do not have them. So I'm sending the link in the comments one more time. So I have two ebooks. One is about 8 ways to practice speaking by yourself. without a partner. You can do these things every day. Really good way to improve your speaking. And the things that I tell you to do in this ebook, these are things that you should be doing even if you already have a speaking partner, even if you already use English in your daily life. You should still be doing these 8 things that I talk about in this book, because speaking with a partner, it's practice, but it's not the type of practice that you need to really improve and focus on your weaknesses. To focus on improving your weaknesses, you and learning, not learning, but improving your pronunciation, improving your grammar, things like this, you really need to focus, practice by yourself, not just have random conversations about random things with random people. Um, and I talk about that a lot in the first chapter of the book. Again, for anyone who is interested, the link is now below in the comments. It says teachermikeenglish.teachable.com. The first book is How to Practice Speaking by Yourself. These are things that everyone should be doing. The second ebook is about how to learn to think in English, which is one of the things that you should be doing if you want to stop translating everything in your head and speak more fluently. So both of those ebooks are in the link that I just shared in the comments. You can buy them individually. If you buy them individually, they are $12.99 each, $12.99. But if you buy both of them, there's a thing that says get both ebooks. If you get both ebooks, then the total is just $18.99 for both of them. But yeah, for anyone who's interested, the link is in the comments. Maybe you don't need them, but maybe you have a friend who might like them. You're welcome to get them as a gift also. But yeah, just so you know, I do have 2 ebooks. And I'm currently working on another one, which I will announce later. Sapito, I see your comment. I don't have a good answer for you right now, but that's something that I can check and try to give you an answer about later. How do you read or pronounce names from different countries? So the number one thing that you do is you ask that person, how do you pronounce your name? That's it. Ask them, how do you pronounce your name? Or if it's not a person in real life, but you see a name in a book or on the internet, use the internet. Or again, use ChatGPT, use AI. How do you pronounce this name? That's it. Because because right now, when I see your names in the comments, I don't know how to pronounce them. I'm just guessing. Rhea is here every week, and I don't know if Rhea's name is actually pronounced Rhea or Rhea or Rhea or Rhea. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So yeah, ask people when you can. I speak English in my videos, but sometimes I still have and other stuff. Is it helpful if I practice it while I record for videos? Um, I'm not 100% sure if I understand your question, but it's normal. It's normal to say things like and uh those are normal. Everyone does that. Native speakers do that. Everyone does these things, every language. This just means that you're not sure what to say. And you're not sure what to say because you didn't prepare enough or you didn't practice enough. So if your question is, will practicing help you? Will preparing more help you? Yes, it will. But I don't want you to feel bad about those things because those are just normal things that everyone does. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what to say and I go, give me a moment. Yeah, that's normal. What piece of advice would you give to help students avoid mixing up tenses? So my main piece of advice would be stop worrying about them so much. Um, you shouldn't really be thinking about tenses while you are speaking. Um, it makes it difficult to speak naturally, speak fluently. Really, you want to learn whole phrases and whole sentences that you can use in your real life, in real situations. Um, like you probably learned, where is the bathroom? My name is. How old are you? You should continue learning things like this every day so that you really need to create new sentences. You should usually just be using sentences that you already know. Um, and sometimes that won't work. Sometimes you will need to create a new sentence, and that can be difficult. And my main piece of advice is just do your best. And if you mix up the tenses a little bit, it's not a big problem. That's fine. Usually people will still understand you. All right, we're going to do one or two more questions, I think, and then I have to go in a little bit. Radwa, I see your question. What's the difference between I'm on the way and I'm on my way? Again, off the top of my head, I don't think there's a difference, but let's check. I don't think there is a difference. I think the only difference is really that on the way can be used for other people too. Like he's on the way, I'm on the way, she's on the way. But my way can only be used with me. So I think the way is just more general. My way is more specifically about you, but they mean the same thing. I'm struggling with the S and Z pronunciation. Um, more specific rules to recognize words that have to be pronounced with voiced or unvoiced sounds. Um, this one's a little bit difficult. So obviously the S sound is S, which is an unvoiced sound, and the Z sound is Z, which is a voiced sound. But I don't think that's what you are asking. I think what you're asking is about sometimes the S makes the S sound. And sometimes S makes the Z sound. Um, and I don't think there is a rule that works 100% of the time. I think what you really need to do is just listen to English every day. And when you learn new words, look in the dictionary and check how they are pronounced. Because the dictionary, well, most dictionaries will always show you how to pronounce words. So it will show you this word, the S makes the S sound. This word, the S makes the Z sound. Again, there might be some rules, but I don't think there are any rules that work 100% of the time. So yeah, just listen every day, and when you learn a new word, look it up. Good question. I hope I hope that was the question. I'm not 100% sure if I understood it correctly. Could you guide me how to pronounce the dark L in words like file? Um, Good question. So there are two main L sounds. The first L sound is the L sound that you usually have at the beginning of a word, like life, life, later, letter, lion. So for that L sound, your tongue is at the front of your mouth. La, 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 la. And it's kind of up near your teeth. La, la, la. But the dark L is the L that we often have at the end of a word. And for this one, your tongue actually goes down. So for example, ball, ball. You can see that my tongue is not up there anymore. For the dark L, try to push your tongue down. The front might be behind your teeth here. Ball. So life, the tongue is up. Ball, the tongue is down. um, and so for words that have an R and an L at the end, like world or girl or curl, for that R sound, your tongue is up. Then the L, your tongue goes down. So it's Earl, Earl. So for anyone who has difficulty with those words, girl, curl, world, think about your tongue being up for the R sound, then just push it down to make the L sound. Earl, Earl, girl, world. Good question. Let's do one more question, then I've got to go. I see Cynthia's asking about lay, laid, laid, lie, lay, lane. Yes, I do have videos about those. Please search on my YouTube channel. You will see them. Okay, last question. How can I understand every accent of the USA? So I'm happy that you understand that there is not one American accent. There are, I don't know how many. There are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of accents in the United States. So there are 50 states in the United States, and every state has at least one or two different accents. So I'm sure there's more than 100 or 200 at least different accents in the United States. Are they very different from each other? No, some of them are pretty similar, but some of them are very different. Um, and this is true in every English speaking country. Um, it's probably true for every language in every country. But to answer the question, um, you probably won't ever understand everyone easily because I'm from the United States and sometimes I meet people and I have difficulty understanding their accents because they're from a different part of the United States and they might have an accent that I've never heard before. Usually, no, that's not going to happen. Usually, I understand most people who I meet from the United States, but occasionally, yeah, you will meet someone with a really strong different accent. And the way that you get better at understanding those accents is listening to them. If there's an accent that you find difficult, spend more time listening to people who have that accent. That's it. But yeah, you'll probably never find it easy to understand everyone. That's pretty difficult. And before we end, I'm going to send you all the link for my ebooks one more time. So again, if you buy both of them together, they will be $18.99. Yeah, $18.99. If you buy them separately, total, it will be about $25. But if you buy them together, it's about $19. So for anyone who doesn't have them yet, I recommend clicking the link that I just shared in the comments below. That will take you to the website where you can buy my ebooks. Again, one is about 8 ways to practice speaking by yourself, and the other one is about how to learn to think in English. But yeah, that's all for today. My voice is getting a little bit tired, a little bit dry. Again, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not sick anymore, but there's still just a little, a little bit there. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining. And don't forget that we do these live lessons every week at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays. If you are somewhere like Thailand, for example, that is 5 a.m. on Wednesdays because opposite side of the world. But where I am here, near Washington, D.C., 5 p.m. on Tuesdays. Thank you all very much for joining, and I will see you next week.